I'm sure it did.
Hello, welcome back once again. Today we're going to reflect on the 2011 NATO's intervention in Libya. This was a brutal war of aggression that was waged under the false banner of protecting the civilians and exporting democracy. This, in reality, was a shameless act of Western imperialism that destroyed a nation under Gaddafi that enjoyed sovereignty, stability, free education, free healthcare, and the highest standard of living in Africa. NATO had no plans to rebuild Libya. The idea was very simple, just to eliminate Gaddafi and fracture the whole country beyond repair. Today, Libya stands as a grim monument to imperial ambition disguised as humanitarian concern. NATO's intervention in Libya was not a mistake, it was a war crime. The next report got the details.
We came, we saw, we died.
In 2011, under the self-righteous banner of promoting Western-style democracy, NATO launched a brutal and unjustified military intervention in Libya.
NATO allies have now decided to enforce the no-fly zone over Libya. We are taking action as part of the broad international effort to protect civilians against the attacks by the Gaddafi regime.
The result? A once stable nation was bombed into chaos, its institutions dismantled, and its people condemned to over a decade of violence, lawlessness, and despair. The truth is painfully clear. NATO's war was never about democracy. It was about destruction. Libya has become a textbook case of imperial arrogance masquerading as humanitarian concern. NATO had no plan for post-conflict recovery because the goal was never to rebuild. It was to eliminate Gaddafi and fracture the country beyond repair. Mission accomplished. What remains is a failed state, riddled with warlords, foreign proxies, and human trafficking routes. The Libyans who naively bought into NATO's lies, believing foreign bombs would deliver freedom, are now living the consequences of their complicity. In the name of removing one so-called monster, they paved the way for countless others. Civil war, slave markets, and the complete collapse of national sovereignty. This is the legacy of Western intervention. Muammar Gaddafi was no saint, but under his leadership Libya was united, sovereign, and stable. Libyans enjoyed free education, healthcare, and the highest standard of living in Africa. He was a bulwark against Islamist extremism and Western exploitation. His removal opened the floodgates to chaos, not democracy. The uncomfortable reality is that the world, and especially Libya, was better off with Gaddafi than it is today. What NATO unleashed in Libya was not liberation, but destruction disguised as virtue. Until this truth is acknowledged, similar disasters will continue to unfold under the same tired rhetoric of freedom and democracy.